Hello again. Welcome to the Freedom and Virtue Institute's series of videos for young entrepreneurs. This is Mark and Linda Wardell bringing to you another recipe. Today we're going to make a chicken and rice casserole. It's very nice. So let me take you through the ingredients for chicken and rice casserole. Of course we use chicken. Now it's a cooked chicken. You can cook it yourself. Here we've purchased a chicken from Publix or somewhere like that that's already been rotisserie cooked, and we have our rice that has already been steamed. That's 4 cups of rice already cooked. We use sliced almonds, we use some onion, we use sweet peas, we use celery in this recipe. It has condensed cream of celery soup, condensed cream of chicken soup, mayonnaise, lemon juice, let me turn that around, lemon juice, and salt. We need a large bowl, and we need a smaller bowl, or over there it is, okay, or you could use a measuring cup. Alright, the other measuring utensils for putting the recipe in. Now, the recipe will be below this video, and here it is here. Here are the ingredients and the amounts that you use, and below that is the method as per usual. So, first thing Miss Linda's going to do is, of course, take the oven to its preheat temperature of 350 degrees, and then she will wash her hands so that everything is nice and clean. We usually do that before the videos, but just to remind you, in this day and age of coronavirus, we should be washing our hands regularly. Alright, the first thing she'll do now is, in a large bowl, she's going to put the chicken, rice, almonds, onion, peas, and celery. So first she's going to cut up the chicken. And Miss Linda, are you going to use the full chicken in this recipe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It depends on, I've got to make up to the 4 cups. 4 cups
of diced cooked chicken. Alright, so we will put that into this container over here, and you can see it's a 4-cup container. There you are, Miss Linda. Sorry, took it away from you, but that is a 4-cup container. So we'll see how much of the chicken that we get in there. And as you'll notice, Miss Linda's taking the skin off, not using that in this recipe. You could if you wanted to. If you like the chicken skin, you could put that in.
No, probably not in this one.
You wouldn't put it in this recipe?
No.
Okay. So that's for the cat or the dog that people might have. There we go. We'll put that in there. We want to fill that up to 4 cups. It's probably about 1.5 cups right now, possibly 2. And Miss Linda's got the legs and the wings to go, but she's using primarily the breast meat at the moment. But we put everything in there if we need to.
Just trying to use as much of this as I can.
Yes. Well, I know somebody who's quite keen on being able to gnaw on those bones if you don't get it all off.
Yes, I do too.
Who would that be?
Could be you.
Oh, me, yes, of course. And I'm sure some of our young people love licking bowls and chewing on chicken bones when it's dinner time as well. That's always been a favorite pastime of mine.
Now, while we are getting this prepared, let me talk about the rice a little bit. I have gone ahead and cooked the rice, and I cooked it in my steamer because that's the way I like to do it. But if you are cooking it yourself, you can do it several ways. Well, I need to be able to look at this.
Yeah, okay.
You can boil it.
Boil it in water.
Follow the instructions on the packet of the rice, of course. Rice expands. So that means if you want 4 cups of rice, cooked rice, you don't use 4 cups of raw rice. You'll probably use half that amount.
Alright, we're about 2.5 cups now. And Miss Linda's on the first leg. Alright, so just to recap, you don't have to, if you don't have a rice steamer that we do, you could boil the rice, and just remember that rice expands quite a bit. And so if you want to end up with 4 cups of cooked rice as we do, you don't start with 4 cups of uncooked raw rice. You would start with less. About how much less do you think, Miss Linda?
2 cups.
So you would use about 2 cups of the raw rice, and then as it absorbs the water during the cooking, it
you will need
expands.
lots of water.
Lots of water.
Because it absorbs the water.
So it's a bit like a sponge, is it?
Yes, it is.
It really takes up the water. Alright, I think we're about going to need all of our chicken to get 4 cups. So was that chicken a certain size chicken of rotisserie that you purchased for this?
No.
No? And of course you can cook your own chicken. Miss Linda cooked the chicken herself, what, 2 days ago?
Yes, I did.
Yes. But today...
But there wasn't any left over because somebody ate the leftovers.
Oh, somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's somebody, that an anonymous person that sneaks around and crops up all the time. I bet you all have one of those in your family too. Alright.
I think that there's not much on the wing.
Alright, put that last little bit in, I guess.
Just a little bit there.
Alright, and there we have it. We have that entire rotisserie chicken, which wasn't a large one. It has just
Turn it around that way.
made about 4 cups of diced or pulled chicken. There we are. Now we're going to put that into our large bowl and add our 4 cups of cooked rice to the large bowl. You're going to leave it over there? We'll put it in the middle. There we go. Alright, so in goes the rice. 1 cup. 2 cups. 3 cups. And a little bit more. 4 cups of cooked rice.
Now, I started out with 2 cups of dry rice.
And you've got
So
at
I've
least
got
another cup left.
Probably 2.
Alright, maybe 2 cups. Alright, so there's our 4 cups of chicken and our 4 cups of cooked rice. Now we're going to combine in the sliced almonds, and we need a half a cup, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, a half a cup of sliced almonds. There they are. Next we're going to add our onion, and we use 1 small onion and chop it up. So here's a largish onion. That's about a half of a medium-sized onion, which is about equivalent to 1
This is about 1
small onion. Alright, so Miss Linda's can chop that up fairly fine and put that into the bowl. There we go. And we also add our peas. Now we're going to use 1 10-ounce packet of peas. Is that the 10-ounce packet, Miss Linda?
This is 10 ounces.
Alright, let's see that on the packet there somewhere. I guess it's there. It is. These are 10-ounce, and these are frozen, right?
Yes.
Been in the freezer. So there's our 10-ounce packet of frozen peas. And the last we're going to put in celery. And we use 3/4 of a cup of diced celery. Alright, 3/4 of a cup of diced, or if you like, cut up celery. Miss Linda's cutting off the pieces she doesn't want on the side here, and now she'll cut the celery up. Now be careful doing this, because I've seen the odd ends of fingers being ending up in the recipe, and of course we're not supposed to do that. We want 3/4 of a cup of diced celery, that is 1/4 cup that Miss Linda's got there. So she will use 1/4. And here's a 1/2 cup. Oh, is that? No, wait a second.
That's a 1/2 cup.
This is a 1/2 cup of celery. Right, okay, yes. This is our full cup, yeah. Alright, so that's the 1/2 cup. So she will put in 1 1/2 of those. There's 1/2 cup, and here's 1/4 cup. And 1/2 plus 1/4 is 3/4, and there's our 3/4 cup of diced chopped up celery. And now, and she's going to add some other ingredients after mixing this up pretty thoroughly. Let's see if we can get some good light on the subject. Alright, so you need a large bowl for this, you'll notice. That's a pretty large bowl, and Miss Linda's stirring it all together. Try not to make too much of a mess.
Now if this looks like a large amount, if you just want to make a smaller amount, if you think this may be too large for your family, you can always just do half the recipe.
Alright, but does this, how many meals might you be able to get out of this? It's not just really one meal. You can put the remainder in the fridge, right?
Of course.
And you can have it the next day. Alright, so get everything fairly well put together. Now we're going to take a smaller bowl. And we've got one here, and we're going to put some other ingredients into this. We're going to put first the cream of celery soup. Now this happens to be a 10 3/4 ounce can. Alright, is that measurement on the can, Miss Linda? There it is there on the cream of chicken. It's a 10 1/2 ounce can. Alright, 10 3/4 ounce can. Now that's the condensed cream of celery soup and a can of condensed cream of chicken soup. And into that we will also place mayonnaise, 1 cup of mayonnaise. Alright, Miss Linda's got the 1 cup container there again. She's going to put in 1 cup of mayonnaise. There we go, and add that to the cream of celery and cream of chicken soup. That's good. There's our 1 cup of mayo going in. And now lemon juice. We're going to add just a smaller amount, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. And we use lemon juice that you can purchase, but you could also squeeze fresh lemon juice if you preferred. But we use such a lot of it that we buy this, what is it, 2 litre bottle or so?
Something like that.
Yeah, and we're using it for just about everything that we cook. 2 teaspoons of lemon juice goes into this smaller bowl. And the last thing that will go into the smaller bowl is our salt, 1 teaspoon of salt. And here we have our salt, 1 teaspoon of salt. There it is. Okay, now Miss Linda will mix that around a little bit, but ultimately she's going to pour all of that into the larger bowl with the chicken and the rice and the celery and the peas and onion and so on. All of this is going to get combined together now once Miss Linda's mixed that up a little bit. And we're going to stir everything together very well. Alright, so here we have the contents of the smaller bowl being added to the contents of the larger bowl. We'll bring it over into the center here a little bit. Okay, and now Miss Linda is going to stir this up fairly well to get a nice uniform mixture of all of those ingredients together. So if you didn't mix it very well the first time in the large bowl, you'll certainly get to mix it up here. Alright, now when all of this is mixed together, we're going to pour the entire contents of this into an oven dish. Alright, that's not much left to do now. We're just going to place it into an oven dish and put a couple of toppings on it, and then pop it in the oven. And as you can see, our oven is now nicely preheated to 350 degrees because this is all going to be cooked. Miss Linda's getting ahead of me here, putting it into the oven dish. This is a fairly large oven dish that we're using here. We can give you the measurements of that in a moment. But the toppings that we're going to use on this are going to be just simply crushed potato chips and some paprika. Alright, there's all of the ingredients from those two bowls mixed together very well and spread out into a large oven dish. Where's our ruler, Ms. Linda? Did we put it away, or is it handy? We could give them a measurement of that. Okay, let me wander on over and get the ruler so we can give you an idea of the size of that cooking dish. Alright, so on the bottom, I'll do it in inches, not centimeters. It's about 8 inches wide, and it's approximately 12¼ inches long. Okay, and the depth of it is 2 inches. Alright, so that's the size of the bowl that we're cooking it in. Now Miss Linda's very simply crushing the potato chips. We want 2 cups of crushed potato chips, and then that gets sprinkled on the top of our recipe. What was that? 1 cup you had?
1 cup.
Alright, he's just simply crushing the potato chips. Now, which potato chips are you using, Miss Linda? Because there's so many potato chips on the market. We're just using a classic Lay's potato chips today because they're always a very successful chip to use. But if you like, onion flavored or cheese flavored chips, you could use whatever chips you like to give it the flavor on the top that you like. And there's 2 cups of crushed potato chips poured out over the top, and now just a little bit of paprika for taste. Sprinkle it on like this, a little bit like that, not too much, and there we have it. That's ready to pop in the oven. So Miss Linda's now going to put that in. You want me to open it? You got it?
I got it.
Alright, it's going into the oven at 350 degrees, and it's going to go in for 1 hour. So Miss Linda will pop the timer on. 5, 10, 20, 30, 45, 50, and 1 hour go. Alright, so tell you what, we will come back just a little bit before that comes out of the oven. Is there anything you want to say about this recipe, Miss Linda, at this time?
No, but that can be eaten just as is because you got some peas in there, you got your meat, you got your rice, so there's your meal all in one.
Alright, so this is, of course, you eat it hot, so you can eat it immediately when it comes out of the oven, or you can eat it one night, put it in the refrigerator, heat it up. How would you reheat that? Would you use a microwave, or would you put it back in the oven?
I myself would probably put it in the microwave.
Okay, and just
because then it doesn't dry it out too much.
Heat it through in the microwave, and you can have it the next evening. So let us come back in about an hour, and we'll show you that out of the oven, and we'll put a portion onto a plate and show you what it looks like. We are down to 20 seconds left of the chicken and rice casserole being cooked for 1 hour at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's have a look as Miss Linda opens the oven and brings out this delicious casserole. 2 seconds. There it is. Oh, that looks nicely browned on top. Or is that the paprika? There we go. There's the chicken and rice casserole. How about we cut into that, Miss Linda? A portion and put it on the plate and show them how it looks inside. You can hear it sizzling. It's very nice. There's some celery and peas, and you can see pieces of chicken in the rice. Well, that was 1 hour in the oven, and it's perfectly cooked. Now, this is a fairly large size casserole for a family of 4 or more, but you could, if you wanted to, put these into smaller size containers to cook. Something like an aluminum dish like that, and then you would be able to apportion it into probably 3 or 4 of those and cook them up. And then you could sell them, or you could put them in the freezer and use them over time. So be creative when you do this, and we hope that you've enjoyed this chicken and rice casserole dish. It has been a favorite in our family for many years, and we all enjoyed it. So this is Mark and Linda Wardell signing off from the Freedom and Virtue Institute. You can see this and many other videos for young entrepreneurs if you go to the website fvinstitute.org for the Freedom and Virtue Institute. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye now.